Is the guitar on? Should I start? Okay, everybody. Woohoo! We're in the right place at the right time. I'm in the right place at the right time. The soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here. Here we go. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here. Oh my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here again. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place. Let's do it again. I'm in the right time. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place. Are y'all singing at the right time? My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. My soul is welcome here. One more time, oh my soul. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Now I can hear you. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. All right, y'all got louder and louder. Thank you.
Maybe it'll work. Green light's on now. Yay. Don't sit down, everybody. I was trying to get up here fast enough to keep everybody from sitting down. While you're still standing, quickly take a moment to greet your neighbor. Good morning. We're glad to have you. Thank you for being here for us. We appreciate it. Good morning. Aloha. Aloha. So good to see you. Sweater. As you return to your seats, can you kindly silence your cell phone so it doesn't disturb our gathering? This is awesome. I'm so happy to see so many shining bright faces out here this morning. Hello and good morning. I'm Elaine Arnold, a member of Unity and also on your board of trustees. Welcome to Unity of the Hill Country, where we offer a positive path for spiritual living. Let's give another warm welcome to our friend and guest musician, Adrienne Braswell, and to today's guest speaker, Wende Jones. Please join me now in our opening prayer. As we join together in heart and in mind to celebrate the presence of the divine, may we feel at peace, may we find the joy of the universe filling our hearts with love. May we experience health and wholeness on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. The Christ candle is lit, calling forth our awareness of spirit. As this light shines, we set our intention to awaken inspiration, guidance, and remembrance of our divine nature. May this flame remind us that the Christ light lives within us and among us. Please join me in affirming our mission statement to live consciously, celebrating the divine potential in all, as well as our statement of faith. There's only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God, the good, the omnipotent, as well as our vision statement, revealing oneness in a world of universal peace, love, and abundance. Affirmative prayer is essential to the unity movement. You don't have to carry your burden alone. Whatever your need, healing, guidance, peace of mind, or gratitude, we're here to pray with you. All written prayer requests are sent to the 24/7 prayer vigil at Unity Village. You can also call the number on the screen anytime, time of day, to have someone pray with you, or you can also confidentially submit prayers online at b.unity.org. You are never alone in prayer. We now turn our attention to our sacred prayer chest. Each name and request placed within it is held in the light of divine love and infinite wisdom. We affirm that perfect healing, guidance, peace, and joy are already at work in each life. And we have a very sad announcement, the passing of Ray Benton. Ray was a longtime member, generally sat over there, of our congregation and a pillar of the Kerrville community. Ray passed peacefully on February 9th at the age of 94. Memorial services will be held at 2 p.m. Thursday, February 19th at the Kerrville Funeral Home Chapel. Let us now take a moment in the silence to hold space for all the prayers in our congregation, in our community, for Ray Benton, and for the world. We release these prayers into the care of Spirit, trusting all is in divine order. The Daily Word has been giving the worldwide unity movement a daily prayer since 1924. We join millions of other Daily Word readers throughout the world. Today's reader, can you guess? Mom Robin.
Thank you, darling. It's been a while since I've been up here, and I've missed it. And I like my daughter. Oh, it's wonderful to see all these faces, beautiful faces. I love you all. And divine order is divine order. We can't go without it. It's there, whether we like it or not, whether we and even recognize it or not. It's there. So it's up there. Let us repeat this affirmation together. My life and all life is in divine order. When I encounter delays, setbacks, or the world is changing, I find unsettling. Oh boy, and does it. My life may feel chaotic and even out of control, even though I know divine order underlines all things. It doesn't always feel that way. I remind myself that order is a spiritual truth, always present. I don't need to pray for it or even work toward it. I need only affirm it and trust it is unfolding, especially when we see no evidence of it. I pray not to invoke divine order, but to bolster my awareness of it. I affirm divine order and feel comforted and assured of God's presence in and through all things. As I return my attention to the world around me, I discover evidence of order everywhere I look. If we're looking, we will find. In Luke 12:22, he said to his disciples, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body, or what you will wear." And if we repeat again the affirmation, my life and all life is in divine order.
Thanks, Mama.
Yeah.
We now have our congregational song, Sweep Over My Soul, followed by our time of meditation.
Sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Come, gracious Spirit, sweep over my soul. Sweep in love and peace. Sweep in love and peace. Come, gracious Spirit, sweep in love and peace. Sweep out anger and fear. Sweep out anger and fear. Come, gracious Spirit, sweep out anger and fear. Sweep in patience and grace. Sweep in patience and grace. Oh, gracious Spirit, sweep in patience and grace. Sweep in love and joy. Sweep in love and joy. Come, gracious Spirit, sweep in love and joy. Sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Come, gracious Spirit, sweep over my soul. That's a nice one, huh? Yeah. Before we jump right into meditation, I'm going to do something probably a little bit different. I'm going to connect mind and body for just a second, okay? This just takes a minute. Just bear with me. Give it a shot, okay? I want everybody to close your eyes. Just kind of let your body dangle in your seat. Just try to relax. If we had unlimited time, I could take you guys through muscle by muscle. But what we're going to do is just contract basically our whole body and then relax it. And you're just going to feel it relax down into the chair with some deep breathing. So let's start with a big deep breath in through the nose and release it out through the mouth. We're just going to be in a moment of contraction and relaxation. So everyone's eyes are closed, so don't worry about that. But I want you to squeeze basically all the muscles in your body, and I'm even talking about your face. So just know that everybody's eyes are closed and nobody's looking at you. But when I say go, in just a second, what I want you to do is squeeze every muscle in your body. So I want you to make a fist so that we include the fingers. I want you to scrunch your toes up in your shoes so that we contract the feet. And then just every muscle in between, even in your face. Clench your jaw. You're just going to tighten everything. We're going to continue to breathe while we do this, but we're going to just contract your whole body. Take a big deep breath in
And start to let that out and squeeze just every muscle in the body from your toes to your pinky fingers, your face, your jaw. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Everything you got, everything you got, everything you got, and relax. And I want you to just feel your body just fall down into that chair, almost like it's just heavy. Just let it go completely. Take another deep breath in through the nose, and I mean all the way in. Start to exhale that out. And we're going to squeeze again. Here we go. Everything you got, everything you got. Toes, fingers, think of your chest, your shoulders, your abdominals, your back. Squeeze, 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 and relax. Let everything go. Just melt down into your seat. Now let's just continue in some meditation here. I want you to keep that breathing. I think what might help is just thinking about box breathing, in for 4, out for 4. Keep your body relaxed. In for 4, out for 4. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Nothing formal, nothing complicated, just a pause. Usually a much needed pause. Take another slow breath in through your nose and let it go. There is nothing you need to do right now. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to understand. Just notice right where you are. Notice your body. Notice your breath. Notice the space you're sitting in. If your mind is busy, that's okay. If you're distracted, that's okay too. Just gently keep bringing your attention back to this moment, right here, right now. Unity teaches that God is the one presence active in and through us. So right now in this moment, we're not trying to reach anything. We're simply allowing ourselves to remember what's already here. Take one more deep breath in. And let it out. And when you're ready, you can gently return your attention to the room. Your mind and body are connected. You should feel relaxed. Good morning. Thank you all for having me. My name is Wende Jones, and you guys have done a great job of welcoming me this morning. I feel very welcome and happy to be here. I want to talk today about something that I find myself talking about a lot, almost all the time. Not as a speaker, not as a teacher, but just as a human, just a human being. It's the feeling that so many people carry around quietly. The sense that it's like nothing is really wrong, technically wrong, but something just doesn't feel right. Not dramatic, not urgent, just feeling off, just an off feeling. People will say things to me like, I just don't know what's wrong with me. I think I should be happier than I am. I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, but I just don't feel like myself anymore. Sound familiar? Sometimes. And when I hear these things, I don't hear someone who's broken. I just hear someone who's tired of being away from themselves. Kind of sounds weird, but just being away from themselves. Unity teaches that we are inherently divine, that our true nature is good, right now, not later, but right now. So if that's true, then maybe growth isn't about always striving to become something new, right? Maybe it's about remembering who we already are. In many ways, spiritual growth isn't a journey forward, but sometimes it's a journey back home to yourself. And that's what I want to talk about today. Scripture echoes this idea beautifully in Luke 17:21 when Jesus says, "The kingdom of God is within you." The kingdom of God is within you, not ahead of you. It's not something that you have to work to earn. It's not something you have to hope to become worthy of someday. It's within you. It's already present. Unity teaches the same truth that God is not distant, not external, not withholding, but active through us. So when we feel restless, when we feel off, when we feel just like something's missing, something's just not right. Maybe it's not because we failed. Sometimes that's where our mind goes. But maybe it's not that we failed. Maybe it's because we've just wandered away from listening to what's already here, already inside of us. So coming home to yourself is really about coming home to a presence that has never, ever left. A good example of this occurs in the parable of the prodigal son in Luke chapter 15. I love this story from the Bible. It tells the story of a son, a younger son, who demands his inheritance early. He leaves home and he wastes his entire inheritance on, we're just going to say, reckless living. He loses everything. He loses his entire inheritance and he decides to return home. But in this story, there's a powerful line that sometimes gets overlooked. It's verse 17. And it says, "But when he came to himself." So this means he came to his senses. He was waking from a state of delusion to realize the severity of what he had done, his sinful behavior. But he came home to himself. It was the turning point for him. Before he goes home, he was disconnected with his identity completely. He was living beneath who he actually was. He was surviving, not really living, but he had also forgotten that he was a son. This is not just repentance. This is remembrance. He didn't suddenly become someone new. He just remembered who he already was. It was within him. Coming home to God often begins with coming home to yourself. Before we return to the Father's house, we return to our true identity and who we really are. And in this story, it hits deeply because the son doesn't say, "I think I'm going to go home now. I'm pretty sure my father is going to forgive me." What he says is, "I know who I am, and this right here, this life I've been living, that doesn't match it. That's not who I am." That's self-awareness. That's awakening. That's the holy moment of figuring out, this is not me. I had a friend that comes to mind. I'm going to call her Sarah. And from the outside, Sarah's life looked great. She was responsible. She was successful. She was always showing up for everyone that needed her. She was the kind of person that you could depend on. She was the kind of person that you wanted as a friend. That's Sarah. But one day she said something that really stood out to me. She said, "I feel like I'm disappearing in my own life." That sentence has always stayed with me. And I asked her what she meant. She said, "I'm just doing everything right, but I don't remember the last time that I asked myself what I needed." Nothing bad had happened to her. There was no crisis. There was no breakdown. She had just slowly drifted away from herself, which might sound familiar. We do that sometimes. And honestly, it's how it usually happens. It's a drift. We don't abandon ourselves suddenly. We just drift off sometimes. We drift into busyness. We drift into responsibilities. We drift into expectations, what others expect from us. We can become very good at functioning, but very disconnected from feeling. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Eventually, something inside us will start to whisper, not shout, but just whisper like, hey, I'm still here. I'm still in here. Unity teaches that God is not separate from us, but the presence lives in and through us. So when that whisper shows up, maybe as just restlessness, maybe fatigue, it's that quiet longing that we get. But it's not a problem, it's guidance. Sarah didn't have to go change her whole life overnight. She didn't have to reinvent herself. She just started asking one simple question every day. What do I need right now? What do I need right now? Not what's expected of me, not what would make everyone else comfortable right now, but what do I need? And that question just brought her back home. And I want to pause here just for a moment because I know that Sarah's story isn't really about Sarah, it's about all of us. So I want to ask you just quietly to yourself right now, when was the last time you asked yourself what you needed? Not what needed to get done, it's different. Not what needed to get done, not what someone else needed from you, but what you needed. And if that question feels uncomfortable, I can relate. If it feels unfamiliar, here's the big one. If it feels selfish, then that tells us something really important, right? Because the soul doesn't demand attention, it just waits for invitation. I'm going to say that again. The soul does not demand attention, it just waits for invitation. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Not strive and know, and definitely not hustle and know, but be still. Stillness isn't always passive, it's receptive. And when we just slow down enough to listen, we often realize God's been speaking to us the entire time. It's always there. But we live in a really noisy world. It's a heavy world right now, really noisy. So we override our inner thinking and our inner knowing sometimes. We look for answers everywhere except within. The Spirit is always communicating. It's just that we're distracted sometimes. I want to share a moment of my own life with you, not because it's about me, but because it taught me something about how Spirit speaks when we are truly quiet enough to listen. After years of being a medical mystery, I had received an upsetting medical diagnosis. It was an illness I knew nothing about, so I did what all do, I think. I just hit the books. Study, 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 study. Google, 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 Google. Everything I could get my hands on. Just learn, 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 learn. I knew that I had to become an expert on this topic. It was a really uncertain time in my life, and I was scared. I was legitimately scared for my future, scared for my kids. But instead of listening, I was so busy researching. And then it happened. This is something I will never forget for the rest of my life. I had a dream that was so vivid that it felt more real than real life. Have you ever had one of those? It's realer than real. Like it's real. In the dream, I was lying in a hospital bed, and my children were all around me, and they were crying, and they were telling me goodbye. And I just remember kind of looking up at them and saying, I'm not going to die. Everything's going to be okay. I'm not going to die. It's okay. It's okay. And then, and this is the part, I will never forget this, you guys, never. Into the room, the hospital room, there just came this beautiful, vivid presence. I call it an angel. You could call it spirit. You could call it divine intelligence. Labels don't really matter as much as the message that came in that dream. I hesitate to even talk about what it looked like to me because it doesn't matter. Spirit can come to you as nothing. It doesn't have to look like anything. But I just want y'all to understand that it came into this hospital room and it was the most beautiful thing. I can't compare anything of this world to it. It was an angel. White feathers everywhere, and they were trimmed in silver, sparkly, beautiful, powerful, vivid, so vivid. And this angel had this little tiny face that looked like porcelain, and the rosy cheeks and a little skinny face and little skinny lips, you know, almost like a storybook, I guess, from when I was a little girl, like exactly what you think it would look like, right? This presence came right up to my face, grabbed me by the face, and spoke my name and said, Wendy, it's your vagus nerve. And I woke up. I'll never forget it. I was like, vagus nerve? What? I woke up with an overwhelming sense of peace, even though I didn't know what that meant. I had no idea at that time. It was like peace. It wasn't because all of a sudden I had all the answers. But I did realize something really, really important. I had been searching outside myself for all the solutions, what was going to fix me. And Spirit had been speaking to me all along. I hadn't been listening. I was too busy. I was too distracted. I was too in the research. And what struck me the most about that experience wasn't really the dream itself, it was the message. Spirit did not scold me. Spirit did not say, you should have known better, Wendy. You're smarter than that, Wendy. Spirit didn't overwhelm me with information. 2 words, vagus nerve. That's it. That's all I got. It wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't a lot of information. The message was calm. It was clear, and it was precise. Unity teaches that divine guidance is always loving and life-affirming. And that's one of the ways we can learn discernment, right? Because fear rushes. Spirit will reassure. Fear shames. And spirit just steadies. Fear overwhelms the nervous system, and spirit regulates it. I'm going to say that again. Spirit can regulate your nervous system. In 1 Kings 19, Elijah is looking for God, and there is wind and fire and earthquakes. I remember that story, just all these things going on. But Scripture says God was not in any of those. God came in a still, small voice. And I think that's important for us to remember. Spirit doesn't usually shout out at us. Spirit whispers. And I sometimes wonder, how many times does Spirit speak to us gently all throughout the day? But we're too busy. It's too loud. We're too distracted to hear it. How often does it just take stillness or even a crisis for us to really finally listen? The vagus nerve is the part of us that regulates safety. The system that tells the body it's okay. The place where fear or peace can live. Y'all have heard of living in fight or flight, and there's living in peace. It's all controlled by the vagus nerve. It controls our nervous system, and this is exactly what I needed to know in order to heal. So I'm glad I listened. Maybe I had to be sleeping, but I'm glad I listened. Spirit is always communicating. Guidance is personal and precise. And stillness is a spiritual practice. Let's not forget that. Stillness is a spiritual practice. The body, the intuition, the soul, they're not separate. And peace will often arrive way before understanding. Sometimes you just get an overwhelming feeling of peace before you even understand it. So maybe the miracle isn't that answers can come in dreams or signs or angels. Maybe the miracle is that we're always being guided. The invitation is simply to slow down enough to hear it. The voice we hear most often becomes the voice that we believe is God. Sometimes that voice is loving, sometimes it's fearful, sometimes it's harsh, sometimes it isn't God at all. It's conditioning. Not all internal voices are divine. Some of them are learned, and you're going to know what I'm talking about here. It answers a question that many of you in this very room might even have, but not know how to ask. But how do we know if what we're hearing is spirit or is it fear? Jesus gives us guidance here too. He says in John 10:27, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them and they follow me." Notice he doesn't say we have to strain to hear it. He says we recognize it, because the voice of spirit will feel familiar to us. It'll feel loving to us. It feels like the truth, even if it challenges us. When a voice creates panic, shame, urgency, collapse, that's not God. God does not speak in ways that disconnect us from ourselves. Years ago, I was coaching gymnastics and cheerleading. I worked with many adolescent and teenage girls, and they were at such a formative age. Over time, I started to notice something that truly broke my heart, but it also taught me a lot about the power of words. I could often tell you just by how a girl carried herself, how she spoke about herself, how she handled mistakes, whether she was growing up in an environment where love and kindness were spoken or where fear and harshness were the dominant language. Some girls were afraid to try. Some apologized for everything. Y'all know someone like that that's, I'm sorry I'm about everything. Some would just fold inward if I tried to correct them, just the smallest little correction. It wasn't because they weren't capable. It was because the voice they heard most often had taught them who they believed they were. Not who they were, but who they believed they were. And it made me realize something. Long before we develop our own inner voice, we borrow one, don't we? And our nervous system, it doesn't know how to distinguish between a voice coming from outside or a voice coming from within. The nervous system responds to tone, repetition, and the emotional weight, what it feels like. And I'm not trying to criticize any parents here. It's just a pattern that I observed coaching those children. We're always listening to something. The nervous system responds to words. And the body will believe what it hears repeatedly. Remember that spirit's voice is calm, reassuring, and steady. And fear's voice is loud and urgent and shaming. So the angel story shows how spirit speaks, and the coaching story shows what happens when either love or fear becomes the dominant voice. And together, those stories can teach discernment. I've had a similar conversation many times, over and over and over, it feels like, sometimes with clients, sometimes with my own daughter, sometimes with friends. If you're overwhelmed, emotional, frustrated, or maybe just thinking you should be handling things better, watch how you talk to yourself. Think about it. Would God ever speak to you that way? Maybe you need rest. Maybe you're doing the very best you can do. Why do you deserve less compassion than the people in your life that you care about? How do you talk to them? That's a question I think many of us need to hear. And unity reminds us that our thoughts can shape our experiences. So when our inner dialogue, our own inner dialogue, is harsh, rushed, critical, our lives can start to feel that way too. But when our thoughts soften, even a little bit sometimes, something changes. You start coming back home to yourself. Coming home to yourself starts sometimes with how you actually speak to yourself. Sounds kind of simple, huh? Unity's fifth principle teaches that we live the truth we know by putting it into action. But action does not always mean more, doing more, doing more, doing more. Sometimes action means stop, just stopping. Stopping before you say yes. Here's a big one. Stopping before you override your body. Stopping before you tell yourself that you're failing. Coming home to yourself can look like rest or honesty or letting go of something that you've outgrown. And here's what I want to say so very clearly to you guys. Coming home to yourself is not selfish. Coming home to yourself is not selfish. When you're disconnected from yourself, everything feels harder. But when you're connected, you show up more grounded, more present, more loving. You don't just disappear, you become more real because you're not broken. You're not late. You're not lost. You're already whole. You're already whole. Let's offer a prayer all together. If you're comfortable, you can close your eyes, take another big, deep breath in, release it out. God, the one power, one love that lives in and through each of us, we give you thanks for this moment, for the gentle truth that we're already whole. We're already guided. We're already enough. We affirm that there is nothing to fix, only something to remember. Nothing to force, only something to allow. May we move through our lives with greater compassion for ourselves. May we listen when our inner wisdom whispers. May we choose alignment over autopilot. And when we wander, as all humans do, may we return gently, without judgment, without fear. We rest now in the knowing that we are held, guided, and loved. We are always at home in the presence that is God. And so it is. I want to leave you guys with a simple practice, something that you can take into your week with you. When you notice yourself feeling overwhelmed, when you hear that inner voice just becoming harsher and harsher, when your body feels tight or rushed, pause and just ask yourself, is this the voice of love or is this the voice of fear? And then ask, what would love say right now? Not perfection, not pressure, love. 1 Corinthians 13 tells us that love is patient and kind. And if the voice you're listening to isn't patient, isn't kind, isn't gentle, it's not the voice of God. I hope y'all leave today feeling affirmed and grounded and gently encouraged to reconnect to your inner wisdom and live from a place of wholeness rather than always striving. Thank y'all.
That was great. I loved that. That was wonderful. Thank you. It's so interesting. I guess I'm next. So I'm not doing resolved. And here's the thing. What's so interesting is everything that you had to say today, I was writing a song about returning to yourself. And it's called Resolved. But I didn't get to finish it. But just know that I'm writing it. It's just amazing how that happens. I know. It always is so awesome. And I always feel so comfortable coming into this room. This is a wonderful room, this whole space, and all of you are so great. And thank you for having me again. I always feel really good here. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So instead, and I will do that song. Now I really want to finish it. It's not quite done. But now I just know I want to go home and finish it. This is a song by Patty Griffin. And it's one of my favorites of hers. It'll resonate too. Oh, heavenly day. All the clouds blew away. I got no trouble today with anyone. No, not with anyone. Smiles on your faces. I live only to see. It's enough for me. It's enough for me. Oh, heavenly day, heavenly day, heavenly day. Tomorrow may bring joy or sorrow. Here's a little time we can borrow. Forget all your troubles in this moment with you. Oh, because right now, right here and now, right here and now, only thing we really have to do is have ourselves a heavenly, 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 heavenly day. All the clouds blew away. It really did. It's really blue out there. Heavenly day, heavenly day, heavenly day. The smiles on your faces, I live only to see. It's enough for me. It's enough for me. Oh, heavenly day. Oh, we can all just sit here and sing together and pray, or we can head out to that pecan tree and watch the trees sway. Ain't got much else to say except have yourselves a heavenly day. Heavenly day. Heavenly day. Heavenly day. Heavenly day. Heavenly day. Oh, heavenly day. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Adrienne, for the music. It was beautiful. And Wendy, your message was absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I got so much out of it. Thank you. We are so glad you're here. Welcome, first timers. If this is your first time at Unity, we're glad you're here. We hope that you find this to be a place of like-minded people and a place to belong. We teach spiritual tools that can help you no matter what is going on in your life. Any newcomers? Second time? Did you get your packet before? Okay. We'll make sure you get one. We now have an opportunity to support our spiritual cooperative. As we prepare our gifts, we recognize that giving is an act of love, faith, and spiritual connection. Please bless what you are giving now and join us in our offering affirmation. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I send it forth with my blessings and my love.
I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. No chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited right now, right now.
We open our hearts in gratitude as we release these donations. We send these gifts forward through our congregation and into our world, blessing all that it affects. And now for some brief announcements. We're having a Valentine's party today after service. We'd love to see you there to spread the love and some party games and sweet goodies. The Lessons in Truth class continues today at 1 p.m. Today's workshop covers chapters 3 and 4. There's still time to get in on the workshop. Each session is $20 if you have not pre-registered, and we have a light lunch included with registration. Lent begins this Wednesday, February 18th. If you haven't already got one, Release and Reimagine, the 2026 Lent booklets are now available on the hallway table. This is a great supplement to your daily word. It has articles from Unity ministers and daily devotionals specifically for the Lent season. Feel free to grab one on your way out. Looking for other ways to get involved around here? We are always appreciative of your time, attention, and talents. There's always opportunities to help with Sunday service, special events, and soon the new gift shop. And with that, we've reached the end of our gathering. Please rise up, circle up, and join hands. We'll sing the peace song and end our gathering with the prayer for protection.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Okay, I would love it if you guys want to stay for the party, and we're gonna play Valentine's Day bingo, and I have a prize, and then there's baggies you can write your name on, and we'll put in Valentine treats.